show where those lights are in, what area they're in, and how to designate these lights. Right now, if we were to designate them as performing arts, then we've got a number of different lights that are going to be within performing arts. We got these, we got those up there, we got the ones in the plaza over there, we got some downstairs. So it's a mixture, and we don't want to get you all confused because we need to number them at the same time. So what I've got to do is put a grid together to show where those lights are, and we'll call it grid, the first part of the grid A1, A2, A3, A4, B1, B2, B3, B4, and we'll show those lights in that area and number them as best we can in that particular zone. So that's going to be the best way to deal with it. I don't know if y'all have ever used a GPS unit. That's what I wanted to know. Have you used a GPS unit before?
No.
All right. You haven't either? Oh, y'all, what's wrong with y'all? What year y'all in school? What year y'all in school?
This is our GPS unit.
I'm a junior.
Junior and sophomore?
Technically, a junior.
Junior?
Yeah.
Okay. Where you from?
Nashville.
Where you from?
Nashville as well.
Oh, you got problems.
Problems?
No, I'm just messing. I do that to a lot of people. And see, I didn't mess with them because they're from Nashville and I'm from Nashville. Actually, I'm from Murfreesboro. Y'all know where that is?
Mm-hmm.
No,
What?
where is that?
Murfreesboro? Yeah, that's the end.
Yeah. GPSing is, how to put it in layman's terms, is the capture of satellite information showing longitude and latitude of a position. And it will also show elevation as well. This device will give us, and most of the time, most of the coordinates in Nashville are 83 by 36, or 36 by 83. And those coordinates give us a point from satellites. We got, there are roughly 26 to 40 satellites orbiting the Earth that track GPS signals, or will give off GPS signals. Only about 4 to 12 at most in most cases. You'll only get 4, but you need 3 to triangulate a position based on its coordinates. One satellite may be here, one may be here, one may be here. So they're sending down that information. They're actually triangulating. Excuse me. Those 3 beams, and I mean we're talking about satellite beams or signals from that satellite are coming down, and they're triangulating on that one point. When I hit a button on this, it triangulates all 3 of those satellites or all 4 of those satellites to show me where those GPS points are for a particular pole or sign or whatever you're doing for GPS. Once that GPS information is captured, then you give it those numbers, or for the grid it would be A1 grid, pole 1, pole 2, pole 3, pole 4, whatever, how many other poles is going to be within that zone. Once we have all that data, then we can take, and I can use it in AutoCAD to create points in AutoCAD to show where that exactly is located. A lot of the times we do have a problem with satellites, not the satellites themselves, but with the device that captures the information. That information is sometimes, depending on the device, off by at least 3 meters. And I use the metric terminology because that's what they use in most cases. With 3 meters, you're talking about roughly 2.5 feet in accuracy. So when I GPS that pole, it's actually going to be about 2 feet, 2 to 3 feet away from that pole, depending on where the satellites are located at that point. We are trying to get you guys to help us to go around, and I believe that Dr.
Paget.
Paget, yeah. Dr. Paget will give you devices
Mm-hmm.
that would allow you to GPS these poles as we go along. I've got one that we can use, but I'm not sure how many he has or how he's planning to do that. I will talk to him. I want y'all to talk to him as well,
Mhm.
but I will talk to him as well just to see how we're going to do this, time schedule and things of that nature. Because I know y'all are busy with classes and extracurricular activities, you know, the parties. See, he didn't say nothing. He just smiled. So, but I know y'all are busy and you have a schedule to keep. So, the main thing that I would be concerned about is that if you do decide to do this, that you keep up with your schedule. Both when you say that you're going to do something, keep up with it, do as you say,
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that you do as best you can.
Mm-hmm.
We all are human. We all make mistakes. I don't care. I'm 56 years old, and I still make mistakes. But owning up to those mistakes and dealing with those mistakes is how you deal with life.
Right.
So that's all I can ask of you.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can ask of you. So if you do that for me, then we ain't got no problem.
Right.
We ain't got no problems at all.
Mm.
And we're gonna have a lot of fun doing this. And one of the other things that once we get this GPS information, I don't know if you all are familiar with ArcGIS.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be able to take that information and put it into ArcGIS and complete or create that database that Paget, am I right?
Yeah.
Paget is trying to create or help us create for the university. And this is a dual, multiple purpose process because we want to be able to do campus maps, information on the signs, how tall they are, how many wattages they are. Most of those questions would have to be answered by my department's field facilities and the electrical shop. So once we get the data, we'll give that to them, and they will tell us what those lights are in that area. And I will give them a grid system as well, so they'll know, they can see where those lights are in that grid system. Anybody got any questions?
Yeah. Alright, so what do you, like for every light, you said you want height,
Yes,
wattage,
yes,
bulb type,
yes.
pole type?
No, not the pole type, just the height.
Okay, so the height, the
The height.
wattage, the bulb type, what else?
Yes, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
But the only thing that you all have to do is just getting it right now is just gathering the GPS information. When I if I give you this device, the only thing I'm going to do is ask you to go, and I'll give you an example. I'll show you how to do it, how to get that information for that light, how to get that GPS information, and that would be the main thing that you all are doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
In the future, once we have all the data collected, then we'll give that data to our electrical shop and let them determine both the height and the wattage of the bulbs and type of bulb, whether it's LED or fluorescent, things of that nature. And then we will give that data back to you guys, and then you all will compile that data in ArcGIS with the information of the different types of lights as well as the GPS information, and then you all will build that database from there.
Okay, so this is what Dr. Paget's trying to do. He's trying to take it to where, like, we put all the criteria. So you put the height, the bulb type, all that stuff in an app where you can just click it like a survey, right? At the same time as us doing the GPS.
I don't know if you can do that because of the fact of the information we don't have.
You don't have the information.
Right, exactly. So I don't even know what type of bulb is in there, whether it's LED or
And that's the electrical
fluorescent.
department.
That's correct.
Okay, so all we can do right now is
It's
get
just
the
the GPS
Okay.
information first. And then once we have that GPS information, then we give it back to you guys. And then that's when the, what'd you call it, the kind of database? And then it's RGS, but he said it in a different way, and I can't remember how he said it. I thought you just said it just a second ago. But that data, will then you all will calculate that data as to the height, the type, size, bulb, and all of that. I wish we did have that information to give to you so that when you're out in the field, that you can actually put that data in at the same time.
Yeah.
But me looking at them, I wouldn't be able to tell. I might be able to tell you the height. This looks like a 30-foot, 25-foot in height, but we always round up to the nearest 10th. So that would come into 30 feet.
I'd say it's like 15.
15? Looks about like 15?
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had a tape measure we could measure them, but electrical shop would know that information. I wouldn't.
All right, so we need to worry about getting the GPS.
Yes.
Then we need to get with the electrical department.
Oh, you need to get that information. Let me deal with the electrical department.
Okay.
Once you get the GPS data, then you'll get that data back to me. And then I will compile it in a way that our electrical shop can read it. Because they need to have something like a spreadsheet or something like that.
Yeah. See that comes in. That comes in with the survey.
Yes.
Because then if we have the survey and we're clicking it, it sends it straight to a spreadsheet.
Correct. It will create its own spreadsheet. So once I get that spreadsheet information back, then I can take it to the electrical shop and I'll go over it with them. And with a map showing the coordinates, they will be able to tell me what size they are, what height they are, what type of bulb they use, things of that nature. And then I get that information back to you guys from there.
All right. So in the parking lot, like, how did you classify each light? Did they already have did you classify them by the serial numbers they have?
No, we did it by a specific sticker that we had somebody go on and put that on.
Okay. So
And
that's
what we're gonna have. That's what we're gonna have to do in the future.
All right.
Once we do the numbering, and it's going to be random numbering at this point based on the grid, and then we'll come back and do stickers on each pole, and that's what we did for the parking lot. Actually, we did the stickers before I GPSed them, so I had this the information from the sticker. Say for example, Gentry parking lot. I had the stickers were already on the lights. I GPSed it, and then I put a note in as to Gentry 104, which was the 104th light that I did because I did a sequence around the campus. And I tried to keep it as organized as I possibly could. And that's the way we'll have to do that. But for these, we didn't have a chance to create the stickers first. So what we're going to do is we're going to let you all capture that database, and then come back and number them based on the numbers that you give with random. And if we do it right, excuse me, if we do it right, being within that grid, we would know where those lights are.
Okay.
So that's going to help a whole lot. That's why I really got to create that grid system for the map so that you all know where those lights are, how many lights are in that particular grid, and how the numbers will go based on what you all number.
Okay.
So because I figured it would be best guess. Say for example, if we're doing these lights on this row, then we probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Some simple as that.
Okay.
And it will work very well once we have all that information. And once you all do the information, it should go pretty good.
All right. So can you show us how you would use that?
Yes. One of the things is, let me turn it off and turn it on again. All right. This is a Garmin device, a Garmin, what they call an Extra 10 GPS device. This can be used for hiking, tracking, walking, whatever you want to do. You could actually create waypoints or trails. When you're out in the woods, you turn this on, and it will track everywhere that you go every so often, and it will show you a trail, and you can actually put these trails on internet and things of that nature where people actually follow your trail to see what you saw when you were going through the process. But basically, it's turned on the right hand side right here, and it takes a little minute for it to come on. And I wanted to show you the satellites too, how it shows the satellites, if I can see it coming in. Right now with clouds, it's going to be difficult because satellite signals don't transfer through clouds very well. But once you get it on, if you look closely here, you have different sequences in the device that will allow you to show maps, compass, mark waypoints, where to, trip, setups. Let's see what else we got in here. routes, and that's what I was talking about when you're trailing or walking. It will create a route. Managing the tracking, that you can set it to track the GPS a little bit differently depending on the conditions that you're working under. But in most cases, we're going to use mark waypoint. And waypoint is that particular point that you're GPSing. If it's a light, then it's just that particular point that you're going to be GPSing.